Harvesting some new kind of garbanzo beans here. Had to cut out the draw because when you're cutting right on the ground, it doesn't flex through an uneven, steep draw very well. But going in about like the others, a little bit less. Cutting away. Unloading the beans on a conveyor belt. And they go up into a bigger auger and into a bin. Yeah, there's a pretty full bin of small kabuli chickpeas, garbanzo beans. Grind those up, make them hummus. That's what these are headed for. Sabra. Fill this truck up, get it on the road. The other truck's on the road right now, hauling them down to the elevator. Then they clean them at the processing plant, put them in bags and ship them on rail cars across the US to make the hummus. Grind them up. When you're unloading these, you want to level over with your leveler closer to your truck and just unload it in idle. Dump them straight in the truck. We're not using a bank out. You want to handle these as slow and gentle as you can and the less times you can. Every time you handle them, you're cracking more. If they crack, they dock you. So try to take good care of these little babies. There they go down. Kind of hard to tell with all the dust on the window there. Man, those ground piles got big since I last filmed. Well, we moved on to another crop. We had to wait for this canola to dry out a little bit after yet another thunderstorm. We're supposed to maybe get more thunderstorms this afternoon, but we're home storing this, so it needs to be at 6% or lower is kind of what we prefer for moisture wise, so you don't have problems with it heating up or getting chunky. This 3/4 flasher just came on, so won't be long before I go and pick them up with this beast. 1977 white Road Boss 2. See if he wants to do her on the go like old school. Just got done dumping a load of canola into our home store bins here. See if at some point I can take a video of it actually dumping. Out checking some fallow fields, and we might not have tornadoes here, but we can have hella dust devils. You know, those blow through when you're working on something. It gets a little dust in your eyes, that's for sure. I gotta chop some of these weeds. Just been driving around and getting them. Roundup doesn't kill them, paraquat doesn't kill them. Life finds a way. Just unloading some of this canola. Finally got done with the rain shower. Got dried out. The shadows are getting long in the canola combine cab. But what's not getting long is looking at this going, yeah, it's yielding all right. And the moisture is finally good after some rainstorms that we've continued to get every few days. We don't like to bin it at a moisture above about 6% because it can get chunky or it can get hot, and you don't want to ruin your crop that you've worked so hard to put in the bin. So finally dry enough to go again now. 35 bushel an acre, about what it's running. That's, 1,800 pounds. That's pretty good spring canola. We'll take it. Get out of it, Pops. Long pass across here. And way at the other side, across the canyon, I don't know if you can hardly see it through my dirty windows, the other two combines are continuing to cut weeds. Week 6 of harvest winding down. Hopefully week 7 we'll see the completion. That's the end of my canola cut. I can see the rest of the crew that's making noise over there cutting weed. It just takes a long time to get to them, even though it's not far away, because there's a bit of a canyon in between. Well, the sun sets on another harvest day, and I just hit a full grain tank, and that'll fill my truck, so it doesn't work out much more perfect than that. Yeah, looks like a good load. We'll take her down to the bin and get her dumped. Well, I guess it's the sunset and the moonrise on the farm. Go get her parked by the fire rigs in the disc area. Take my truck down, call her a night. Getting the truck warmed up. Let's go get this load of canola in the bin, shall we? Getting her dumped in. Got this load emptied out. Got the pit auger going, catching it. TTO driven big auger, taking her up into the bin. While I cut canola, I get to watch the combine and bank out convoy across the way. My brother and then Joey in a bank out, and my brother and Kirsten in a bank out. They're just starting into the last field of wheat for the year. Got all the rest of that cut over there. Great job, first year running that. Running some good wheat. There's our friend Justin heading to town. Joey Lewis in the bank out. I'm just hopping between trucks and getting all the trucks out today, even the old GMC General. Hopefully the last day of wheat harvest for the year. One of the last trucks to dump on the pile this year. Blue truck is loaded and tarped. Gonna head on down to the bins to dump. I'll be the next truck. My dad's cutting away on the canola. Picking up on the go. Adds a whole new challenge when you're trying to film picking up on the go. But this is how we used to always do it, and that's how we can still do it. Well, there's our new combine getting ready to go, and look what's coming down the road. An old one going away. It's an old International 453. I think that one's been up at the neighbor's farm for a number of years, used until not too many years ago, but must have finally found a new home for it. They have four-way leveling, which is kind of a cool thing. Just 16-foot header, you don't get a lot done in a day. Well, just dumped the load in, seeing how much we got left, room-wise. Call it one ring left. There's a 6-ring bin, so I think we're getting down to our last 40 acres. It may just fit. Oh no, don't go back in the canola. We don't want to find you in that tall stuff laying down. And we especially don't want to find that you left your babies there. There's 2 fawns there. Please don't go. Please don't go. I know farmers who have gotten elk calves in their headers before, and then in their combine, it plugs things up, and it's not fun. We're just wrapping up the canola. I moved the fire pickup down closer. I'm waiting by my truck, but looks like somebody had a fire that started since the last time the combine came in to dump, and it looks like it's getting bigger. That's way out of our area, 20 plus miles away, even though it looks a little closer on here. So I hope they're able to get that under control. Almost done with the canola. This is the last load for the blue truck, and then I'll have just a little patch to cut to put on the yellow one. Good timing. Finish up just before dark and the bin will be full. Well, it's darker than this video likes to show, but that is not the sun, that is the moon coming up. A full moon. Call it a harvest moon. Remember to like and subscribe.